So guess what I just bought? You guys ready? I'm so excited I can't even tell you. It's a game about birbs and detectives. And they they wear little hats. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh. Okay. Detective Chirpums, private investigator. Let's begin. Is there music? Oh. Detective Chirpums. They say the city's a roost for every bird. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Lyres of larks and crazed canaries. They say the city's got a nest for everyone, no matter what kind of one you started out in. You just have to beat your wings hard enough, stretch your talons far enough. Me? I know that's a pot full of crock big enough to solve this city's food crisis. You don't run a metropolis of fairness on greed and lies. And if this city runs on anything, it's that. But I'm what you'd call a low-standard kind of bird. Give me a marble-floored condominium and a skyscraper full of socialites and too many bowls of free mints to be considered sane on any level, then hell, I'm a blue-footed booby in a flock of penguins. But a dingy old hovel with the smell of cheap tobacco and cracked brick walls sounds like home if anything ever did. Besides, it's about the best kind of lifestyle my career choice could get me. Most months, anyway. I'm a private detective. The city's only. Sorry, I can't tell with this music if it's like quiet or not. Because someone had to. Half the city's crime lords want me gone and dead. No preference to the order, as far as I can tell. What, now it's too loud? And all the city's cops to that. Not a shabby case of irony. But let's get back to the here and now. This is cute. My office. An organization system even the most veteran secretary would cry over. Files and papers and mugshots all over, and by that I mean the floor, desk, you name it. Enough whiskey to last a drunk a year. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration, but it's always there when I need it. And a 44 Magnum revolver in my desk next to the pens. For special occasions. They happen. I want to say this case didn't involve one of those special occasions, but you never get what you want in this city, or at least not without a catch. More often than not, a bullet by your brain. I couldn't know just how true that was until the case that transpired. And like any good case, that's cost me my time, my reputation, and almost my life. This one started with a dame in sheep's clothing. Her name was Dove, and she sang her lies like a caged songbird who had no other way out. This is so dramatic. I love it. Holy shit. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I'm so fucking excited for this game. I've known about it for like months, but I was too busy animating, so I wouldn't let myself play it. Ooh, I really like the art. It's pretty. Oh! Oh, I can look around. Woohoo! Alright, let's see. What's this? That's where I am. Okay. Save my game, save my game. What? What? Oh, okay. Yeah. The seat of seats. Not a picky sparrow, but I wouldn't be opposed to a chair that didn't make a joke out of my already lacking height. Want to know my temporary secret? Put a stack of 3 thick textbooks on it, then sit on those. Clients can barely see me over the desk without them. Oh my god, that's cute. File under what they don't know won't hurt them. Bottle of Grackle's finest. Finest part of the title being completely subjective. I won't lie when I say I've picked up a taste for cheap, shitty alcohol only because it's the only thing these trench coat pockets can afford. Holy shit. Never did like talking on these things. Easier to push a badge in a bird's face to demand questions on the spot without a phone and miles of distance between the two of you. Not that I can do that anymore. The badge thing, I mean. Budgie knows my police force days are over. Photograph I'm never ashamed to have sitting on this desk. Thing shows me, Watcher, and Mouse at the grand opening of Mouse's bar, The Roost. It was day one, and we already knew the place was going to be the city's biggest hit since Meg's Magpie did in the mayor 10 years ago. Sorry. Meet my good buddy and personal assistant, Luke. Oh my god, Luke's my gold pothos plant. Given to me by a good friend Mouse. She said with a job involving as many corpses as mine does, it needs something around that's living. That's cute. This damn city. Never is a time of the night to... What? Yeah. Never is a time of the night where she's dark and quiet. A city that wouldn't know how to sleep even if she wanted to. That's Beakingham for you. Oh my god. There's always something going on in this hellhole. And usually, it's nothing good. I'm gonna examine everything. This is gonna be a Katie reads the story game. I'll be honest, this thing could be put to better use. Maybe it would be if customers didn't trickle in slower than a leaky faucet in the middle of a drought. Even being the city's best detective, no one wants to come to a guy like me when you might have dirty cops and mobster cronies willing to put a bullet through you just for thinking of asking for help. Okay. I think that's everything. Okay. Papers. Table. Okay. Apparently can I like drag stuff? Nah, okay. You just gotta click. Let's see here. That doesn't look right. Oh, okay. And just what do I have in the top drawer? A spare bottle of Grackle's Finest and lint. My guess is the former is gonna come more in handy. Oh, can I examine the different drawers? Oh, ties, coats, and dress shirts. The detective's got to be well dressed to do his job. Birds in suits. It's the cutest thing I've ever fucking heard of. Can I examine the different drawers of these? Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. So I think I examined everything in this room. Can I leave? Let's save just in case I fuck up, because... Sure. I don't know. Whatever. Did I do it? Did I save? Did I save the game? I can't tell, dude. Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, whoops. Oh, no, I haven't read this yet. A desk as greedy, worn out, and old as this office herself. Because in this line of business, extra swank pieces of furniture aren't going to find your killer. I'm not the kind of bird who spends his hard-earned coin on things he doesn't need to get the job done. Cold, hard whiskey aside. Okay, so I think that's everything in here. Unless I'm missing something because I'm dumb. Which, you know, that could be the case, but we'll find out, won't we? So, I guess these are the places I can go. Let's go here. Oh! They're so cute! Evening Mouse. Is there ever any other time you're awake? Guess not. But that just means I'm available to be a patron here more often. You can't afford half the price of the cheapest drink we got here, and you know it. Hey now, I feel a case coming on. Just wait. Yeah? Is that what your detective senses are telling you? That's right. Well, you better get back to that dingy office of yours and wait for some hopeless bird to knock on the door with a job offer. Yeah, all right. Work's been slow. I'll admit it. How's about this? You find yourself a promising new client and then come back on here. Wow, I fucked that one up. I'll treat you to a couple of shots of one of our nicest vanilla vodkas. Vanilla vodka? That's a thing? Who the hell comes up with this kind of stuff? Birds with jobs. Har har. Cute. Mouse always had a keen eye for decor, something I've never had. Just in case you weren't already sure where you were, there's a big neon sign here to remind you. Safe to say this cabinet's full of the city's best collection of all things alcohol. And by best, I mean priciest. Give me a cheap beer over anything in there any day. Okay, is that it? Oh, oops. Okay. That must be it for now. This game is pretty simple, but it's the cutest thing in the world. Oh, wow, look at this. This is so... Oh, wow, this is fucking beautiful. Don't mark me down as a bird with a keen eye for natural beauty, but that's one hell of a moon. I add words sometimes, I'm sorry. Things brighter than the brightest lights in the city. That's... Oh, it's like a crescent moon. That's pretty crazy. If you wanted to put this thing to real good use, you put the police chief in it. Always nice to have a makeshift hidey hole from when it rains without warning. Bayside cities like ours seen enough storms. But for whatever ungodly reason, the city's been pretty dry this spring. Me? Not a fan. Sign me up for a tsunami over a drought any day. Aside from Luke, I'm not much of a trees and flowers kind of bird. Okay. I only just step in when the phone starts wailing. At an hour as dark and lonely as 2 a.m., then again, Beekingham's lively at any time. It's usually the hours that are best for shady dealings and legal mishaps from equally nefarious culprits. But I have ways of doing my own personal background checks on clients, whether they want me to or not. Is there any, like... Guess not. Oh, there's... Okay. I've been missing out on that the whole time. So all things considered, this might just be my one shot at paying rent on time this month. For once. Time to put on my best sleuth voice. With potential money riding on the line, how should I approach this? Ooh. Hard-boiled. Chirpums the name, you got the coin, I got your solution. Sensitive. Tell me your problem. I'm here to listen and solve. Inquisitive. Before you interrogate me, I've got some questions for you. Yeah, we'll do this one. I reached the receiver and cradled the phone in my wing, taking sweet, unrushed time before speaking. Chirpums. Detective Chirpums. Private investigator. But enough about me. A name's all you need for now. Tell me, what troubles you? My, Chirpums, your demeanor is far more to the point than I'd expect. The voice on the line is smooth like jazz and hot like coffee. Or maybe it's the other way around. I have to cover the speaker and clear my throat to make my whiskey-stained voice up to par with hers. And it's somewhere in that moment when I realize something. This dame's gonna be trouble. Trouble. Ha. Well, you know what they say. Like a moth to a flame, I respond. That's so, miss. See, with a reputation like mine, straight to the point's just about the nicest thing I expect you'd hear about me. Well, you certainly don't lack in confidence. There's one thing we agree on. But detective, my dear, confidence only gets you a job. It doesn't get it done. And it certainly doesn't keep you breathing in a city like ours for long. And yet, here I am, breathing and alive. But are you feeling $5,000 worth of alive, detective? I look at my half-empty bottle of Grackle's Finest on the table. Suddenly, I'm more parched than I ever have been. I'll bite. Give me the rundown. I like the music. Where should I start? The beginning or the end? Isn't the beginning where stories usually start? I wouldn't say usual has anything to do with this case. So in that regard, I'll start by saying this. You'll be searching for a missing bird. A very wealthy, prominent, and well-to-do missing bird. Duke Dove, to be precise. To be even more precise, my husband. Duke Dove? I might be well into the trenches of the lower part of society, but I know that name like I know my own. Duke Dove, business tycoon, aristocratic socialite, and more friendly than anyone needs to be with politicians. The definition of the elite of the elite. There's only one bird in the city with a bigger name and bigger pockets than him. His wife. The city's, hell, what am I saying? The country's most genius entrepreneur. So then, marital facts considered, I'm assuming you're Dame Dove. A correct assumption, detective. Oh, cool. I hope you're not expecting any special treatment. I don't do that kind of thing no matter how endless my clients' pockets are. All that says is you have virtues. A good trait. Yeah, all right. But I can't imagine it's the only reason you're hiring an individual private detective to find a bird like Duke. See, here's what I'm thinking. I'm dispensable. I won't lie to you and say that's not part of it. But I will do you a favor and detail you in on the case as quickly as possible. He went missing at a social gathering a week ago, in the very middle of it. We'd planned it months ahead. It was a large ordeal and an even larger event. I was talking to a few potential business partners when I noticed Duke's skeleton watch on a nearby table. An odd sight. Why? It's something you'd say has sentimental value. The thing belonged to his father, and he's never seen without it. Even at home, when he takes the watch off, he keeps it in a little lockbox. That said, it naturally alarmed me. I sent off several sparrows to find him. They didn't. He's been missing since that event. No words, no clues, nothing but the watch. So that's the story, eh? That's all you need to know. And what's that supposed to mean? Exactly what I said. That's all you need to know. Simple search and rescue, albeit with the city's elite. If you got any questions, detective, I'm willing to answer. I'll pay half the money up front. And my personal $500 flat fee. Don't forget to add that in. I won't. 3,000 then. Does that agree with you? I've got a bad feeling churning in my stomach with this one. It's never as simple as it looks up front. I've learned that much. But as far as morals are concerned, I hold my less than favorable opinions about the city's finest, sure. But a lot of them probably couldn't figure out how to walk into a cheap, average job bar if someone was holding the door open for them. But I'm not doing the dirty work of a mob boss for this gig, or worse, the cops. I'll take it. She knows I will. It'll agree with me when I see you handing me the check right here in my office. Seems you're getting a bit ahead of yourself, Chirpums. What do you mean? I told you my problem and my offer. I didn't say I'm hiring you. So you've got questions for me. Ask them. Any questions I have for you I can find on my own without any difficulty. In fact, I already have. So, no, not questions. A test. A test. Based off a riddle. I want you to find an item. Look under your desk. Why? A little early for Santa to be leaving me presents for being good this year. Could always find a detective in another city, you know. All right, all right. How'd this even get here? I locked the place up, always do. Being wealthy has its advantages. And only advantages, really. If I want to get in somewhere, I get in. Either way, that piece of paper has a riddle. I require that you solve it, here and now. Uh-oh, I'm gonna fuck up. Do that. Unrattle the riddle, and find the item in question's location based off of it. What? I think this is gonna be the end of part 1, cause I gotta think about this shit, man. Dude, I ain't got no clue, man. I'm bad at this shit, dude. I'm bad at it. I'm gonna have to think about it. I'll see you guys next time, then, I guess. Yeah.